times out of 10, if a guy who is perceived as attractive is placed in front of you, most women will agree that he is attractive.
Yeah.
Some mtu mwenye akikuja kikabla anajisikia. Akikujia, hey Galora. Yeah, I like you. And you see this guy and you see, hey, this face, he left and he's at home. You're like, hey, no, this is assault.
No, yeah.
This is assault, this guy is a predator. But if a guy who is considered as handsome walks up to you and tells you the same thing, you're like, oh my butterflies. So we are living, it's a very fine line. And for you to know where you stand, which side of the line you stand on, it's difficult. So these days looking up to a chick and telling her, hey, I like you, I want to pursue something with you, is a bit tricky. So it is easy right now for a guy when he likes a chick but he hesitates or decides not to speak on it at all because number one, he does not want to be labeled a certain type of way. Or yeah, there's also that whole thing of rejection.
Well,
it might sound easy for a guy to handle rejection. I do not think it is.
You know, yeah, it's not easy, but you should face it as it is. It's rejection.
Oh, let me ask.
Why can't you? No, me, I feel like you're all are easy here. Because now I'm speaking from my own perspective, like my own expectations. I'm not speaking for all the women, just me and some other few women who think like me. If a guy likes me, and maybe I already went up to him and said, I like you. The next step is, you like me too. You come to me and tell me, I like you and this is what I want to do. 1, 2, 3, what do you want from me? Then I will tell you what I want from you. I don't like guys who come to me, Leo, and move around, and be my hair,
strategy.
I don't know! What are you strategizing?
See how to approach
You want the front
you can see the end from the beginning.
No, not really like a project.
The end from the beginning.
Exactly.
Let me ask you, if you were to know from the get-go, if I go and tell this guy I like him, he will reject me right from the get-go, would you go?
Yeah.
Hey!
Just to get it out. Because if I put it in, it will disturb me. Because every time I'll be seeing this guy, I'll be like, oh my goodness. My feelings are, there's a roller coaster in here. She brought me up well.
Because this is not something a Kenyan lady would say.
I do not like the emotional feelings. If I feel like there's this emotion I feel toward this guy it's not normal, like it's not something I show to other men, I just go out and say it outside. You know? I like you. Do you like me? If yes, well, let's see what we do with this. Now I'll leave you to you because I'm more of a control freak. So my friends have told me that my personality is strong. So they'll be like, when you run away from me, then come to me. Like most of the guys, watakuja baadaye kuniambia, you know, I like you. After, like, we have not communicated for some time, I have forgotten them. Then I'm like, why did you not tell me? And you know, I feel rejected. You come and tell me, maybe I liked you back. Why did you not tell me? Why are you waiting? I'm either in a relationship or I'm doing something else, then you come and tell me. Now, I prefer, if you have a feeling towards me, come and tell me. Then I'm the one who's going to decide whether I will return the feeling or I will reject it.
Okay, side note, before you even go further. If, now, you said you have a strong H personality.
Yeah, I don't know. They tell me. I'm not sure. I don't even know what the definition of strong is.
How does that translate for you in the dating scene? Yeah, is it difficult for you to find a guy who is willing to? I do not.
It's a trick question.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Is it difficult for you to find a guy who will handle the strong personality for you? In your own experience? I
don't know because I've only had 3 boyfriends.
That's a lot.
And you know why I'm saying only? It's because I don't know if they are if they are really boyfriends One was in primary school, so is that a boyfriend?
That is not. No.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
One was in high school.
That's
We
a
were
pen
just
pal.
looking at each other. Is that a boyfriend? Then one was in university.
that
Now
was a
this we
boyfriend.
can call a boyfriend
Yeah.
if, but we didn't go anywhere because of communication.
In what sense?
Like I told you, I'll tell you upfront what I want. So
Yeah.
when we're in this relationship, before we got into the relationship, I was like, this and this and this is what I expect from this relationship. Do you have anything you expect from me? State them now before we move forward.
I am a strong believer. Of letting things roll. Because
I don't like it.
when you try to
She doesn't like
to
it.
say it from the beginning, maybe someone can overstate.
Why did you do that?
Wait, see, do you have a feel about
I
that?
had a situation.
We are aware.
Not that one.
Situation. What happened in the
It
situation?
wasn't mine. It wasn't mine.
You know a friend who
My
knows.
brother, yeah? So your friend has a
I had
No, it's been sent to.
So I have been saying, that
Yes.
it's not always nice to state the things that you want. Yeah, because somehow you might turn them off.
It's not good to be forward. That's what you're saying. Usi.
No, it's nice to be straight,
Okay.
but it's not good to be
From the onset.
To lay all
Yes.
your cards on the table from the get-go.
to just build foundation with concrete and steel as if you're building a mansion. Yes. It's a life that is sometimes
You say
determined by
Guys,
emotions,
Hii chakula isipoiva.
circumstances.
Isipoiva ni jiao.
Yeah, by emotions, by different circumstances that you're exposed to. Unaweza kataza mtu kitu leo staki ama nataka hii alafu baadaye shindo ku accomplish na alisema anaweza fanya hiyo kitu. Inakuwa tricky.
Okay.
So if things roll,
makes sense, but not really.
I'm going to say something that can be considered as controversial. I do not expect any guy to come and tell me that emotions zangu went out of bounds. Here's the thing, I am not against you having emotions. I am against you being emotional.
It's a big one.
Yeah. So the fact that your decisions, your actions are dependent on how you feel in the moment, for me it is bonkers. Yeah. Now another thing, yeah. If at all, whatever you're having, you're planning on it on being a long-term thing. I am a believer in stating what you want.
Exactly.
So that
so ukipata another content on the way utasema by the way kwa ile kitu yenye na will add another object.
It is open for amendment.
yes.
So it's like the kind of constitution.
Exactly.
Because life is very transient and things
You
are
need
always
to have a
moving.
direction.
If things do not change, I'd rather somewhere down the line.
You
to
guys
say,
are reading
okay,
from the same script. Notice. See what's happening here.
No, let me
Or
ask.
rather something. If something changes down the line,
The lining,
okay,
yeah.
now I do not feel like this is something I can get behind. But let it change along the way. I do not want for me to want something from the get-go, not state it, and then feel some sort of way when it doesn't go my way.
I concur.
Finally.
See,
least I
it's not like you said that you believe in, like we define our principles in principles are set in stone, but like what we do in our life are set in stone. No, it's just like a formula.
Yeah.
Just like if you want to debug a code, or if you want to define what. I'm not, I just did IT. I hate that thing. But I feel like my life is just directing me towards programming. I just can't put myself into doing it. I'm too lazy to learn how to do it. But I can talk about it. So in our school, before, like when we were doing our practicals, our lecturer would tell us to give like steps on how to do this. So we'll be like having the title of the code, what the code is doing. Then the aim of the code, then the structure, then the code. So you need to have like how this thing is going to flow. Like when you're drawing the flow chart, you open the tab and then you start the thingy and then you write the code, then you debug it, then you run it, then you see the results, right? So if you do not have that, this code is not going to work. So if You as a man, you approach a woman. Don't you have a purpose when you're approaching this woman?
Of course.
Exactly. So you state your purpose. Why should you keep it to yourself?
You should eat.
Alone it's a personal
Because if you're coming to a woman, if you're coming to a woman without aim, y'all are going to waste each other's time. And there's this other guy who wanted this woman with a purpose which was ready to be stated. And since uliingia ndani before mwingine again, you're destroying everyone's life
But
here.
then again, I feel like women say things that are contrary to what they actually want.
Well, me, I say what I want.
Yeah.
I never say.
No, you're the
contrary.
rare exception.
Yeah.
If what you're saying is
can't know
indeed
that.
true, if what you're saying is indeed true, then you're the rare exception. Women say, I want X, Y, and Z, and then they go for A, B, and C.
Yes.
Does not make sense to me.
If I want X, Y, and Z, I'll tell you I want X, Y, and Z. I just don't want to say what I told this guy because my people know this guy and everyone knows this guy. So if you ask anybody in school, they will tell you about my relationship.
Then a woman will come and say, I didn't say it's X, Y, and Z. I said X, Y, and Z. You know, they're
Semantics.
just changing. Yes,
Yeah,
they're
semantics.
changing. They're changing semantics or maybe the syntax of a code. I'm also a coder by assimilation. I have a friend who is. Yes, but Susa, I was actually seeing it that like a lady will be there. Mistake, this is what I want, this is what maybe I don't want, and then they'll be like, after some time you've lived some time, alafu atakuwa like, no, mimi sasa sitaki, like hataki kufuata hizo vitu zenye nimesema after some time. You know, nilienda kwa harusi fulani, I think ni hapa Mita Central. And the guy alipoambiwa sasa ambia msichana maneno kidogo. He read a whole like 2 paragraphs. My lady, I want you to be like this, don't be like this, in front of a church.
Wow.
And I was like, he imechukua quite some energy. But a lady will concur. Maybe the talking stage, first impression and all that, everything inakuanga exciting. But again, ukishaka na mtu for some time, anaona like hizo tulisema, it's almost impossible to do them. Now they were like, I can do this, I cannot do this. Now, when you start dictating terms, it becomes now hard to follow that path. No matter, nilikuwa nikiingia kwa relationship. I used to say that
Yeah.
I just want someone who is honest.
What is so difficult about being honest?
That is the most difficult thing on this earth.
So difficult about being honest?
Have you ever been honest with yourself?
Yes.
When was the last time you lied?
When was the last time I lied?
Can't remember. Because you did more often.
Because you lie every day.
No, not really. Not really. I lied to my boss though. We lied on Friday. We didn't want to go for the second shift.
Mr. Boss.
So
Speaking to the camera.
Yes.
Lies.
So my
It was an
colleague
alternative truth.
had a like
Alternative
first
truth.
call with our boss, and he was like, you know, in Kisumu, Kenya, we're going to have a storm and we'll not be having electricity, so no Wi-Fi, so we'll not be able to go for the second shift.
That is
So
quite
and then he was like, I just told the boss that we're going to have a storm, so back me up. I'm like, what? What did you tell the boss? The sky is so clear. And then now during our team meeting, he's like, I was just told that y'all are going to have a storm. I'm like, oh my goodness. Where is this storm coming from? But then I was like, well, he already said it. And then, you know, I didn't have to talk. Just silence means consent. So we didn't say anything. And they're like, So I don't know what happened on the second shift because I wasn't there. I don't go
So you benefited from
No,
that.
I don't go for the second shift on Friday.
Oh, okay.
I finish my shift at 5 because I go early.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cut
So I
us
don't
some
know what
lies.
happened. Yeah. No, not lies. I'm a Christian. I'm an SDA. We go to church on Friday and Saturday.
Hey.
Yes.
And you have
So-
Wednesday prayers.
Women
Yes,
can
and
lie.
Wednesday.
What I learned, there was a
I
time.
don't lie. Okay, I lie. But that is the truth.
There was a time I lived in Kisi, in Nyanchwa. And I met this guy, the Keganda family, were raised to some extent in Kwena values. So this guy, aliniambia one thing, and that one thing, the body and the driver leo. I think there was some things that were happening. Now akaniambia, if you are to survive on this earth, I'm a Christian. He is a Christian, honestly. But So remember that if you are to survive on this earth, that we always say, be honest. Like remember to be honest to yourself. No, be honest. Yeah, be honest to yourself. Be honest to your God, and be honest to the people around you, to others. Now, I find it so practical that honesty is something that is very key in someone's life. Sasa unajua sisi tutakuwa like, for example, if I'm to have
Ooh. And why is it just here? Tokens, people. The thing is here.
It's like a thing.
It's here. You need to connect to the same line. So jirani wa juu or wa chini, so that you can feel it. Otherwise, but see, I'm seeing something here, like 5-ish. Ni kama iko imefunguliwa. No, it wasn't even connected, that's why. They didn't like the sound of it. Same line.
Hakuna mtu anataka kuingia kwa upload ya skate.
Nice. Delete kwa kile.
0.04.
Yes.
Yeah.
Daddy is lonely. Ameshanipigia sijui.
Now you discover he's lonely. When I was telling you to go home, you're still sitting. People with husbands, so I'm single.
Till next time.
Valentine's, you watch it.